Om Shanti, love and peace to all. Welcome to New York City's Peace in a Park virtual series, Breathe Peace with a New Focus, episode 4. In the last episode, we discussed, our innate nature towards nonviolence. And in today's episode, we will focus on the theme of kindness. All of us love it when someone is kind to us, especially when we're down on our luck. However, the challenge to kindness comes when others treat us badly or are adverse towards us, especially for no apparent reason. Will we be able to show kindness back to them? How can we be brave enough and strong enough to show kindness in a world that views it as a weakness? Well, it stems from your home or temple, as some say, your heart and mind. If you are kind to your mind and fill your heart with kindness, it will be much easier to show kindness toward those who are not kind back. Getting into more details as to how we can put more kindness into our lives is our kindness expert, Lyle Benjamin. Lyle Benjamin is an author, educator, socially responsible entrepreneur working to build collaborative systems to solve global social issues. He is the founder of the nonprofit organization Planned Acts of Kindness and One Planet, One People movement. Lyle's quality of life programs are aligned with the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals and can be customized to meet the objectives of businesses, organizations, schools, governments on issues including sustainability, health, safety, nutrition, conservation, mental health, and civility, among other subjects. His latest book, Legacy Lifelines Memorial Edition, is being made available for free to everyone in the world that has lost a loved one due to COVID-19. Benjamin is the past publisher of Relationships Today magazine and the creator of a best-selling board game, Romantic Journey. As Lyle gives his presentation today, feel free to ask questions to him on the chat. Welcome, Lyle, to Breathe Peace with a New Focus. You have our full attention. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you again, Chandi. And thank you to Sabita and Brahma Kumaris, right, for putting the event together and inviting Planned Acts of Kindness to go ahead and share our programs with a wider audience. So again, thank you. My name, again, is Lyle Benjamin. I'm the founder and executive director of the nonprofit educational organization, Planned Acts of Kindness. And we're a global social responsibility platform. And at its heart is the Karma Club, where every day people can wake up and there's a new daily planned act of kindness that they can do with their friends, family, coworkers, and in their community. And the goal is to have tens of millions of people in the United States, hundreds of millions of people around the world waking up and doing the exact same planned act of kindness on the same day and unleashing that much powerful, positive energy into the world. The keys to living happier, healthier lives, it's not a question of how much money you make, not a question of how much drugs you take or how many toys you have. It's really the quality of your relationships, just like Shanti was saying. And it's also your sense of community. And that's what Planned Acts enhances for people. And what we've done is we've gamified karma. So actually, there are 4 different activities that you do during the month. You can do your daily planned acts of kindness. You can do engagement with other people. You can volunteer, no matter where you are in the world, through our programs, and you can do support. And when you do these to certain levels, you level up in the Karma Club, and then you're eligible for free gifts. Our goal by the end of 2021 is to be in all 200 countries in the world, and we're giving away hundreds of gifts every day to random people in the Karma Club. Now, this is how we go ahead and create from the grassroots up that ripple that can turn into a wave, that can turn into a tsunami for change around the world. And the thing is, the problems of the world are not going to be are not going to be solved by corporations and countries alone. They're going to be solved by ordinary people like you and I working together on common causes with a common focus. And through the Karma Club, we'll be able to pull together millions of people to go ahead and get governments and companies to do the right thing for kids, people, and the planet. So that's the Karma Club. But the thing is that in order to go ahead and really change the dynamics that are going on in the world, you have to have many different programs to address many different issues. Because let's say we solve a problem like homelessness in a particular city, like Miami, but then climate change comes and puts 2 hurricanes through the Gulf of Mexico, like it did last year for the first time in history. Well, everything that your organization has done for years and years and years comes undone because now you don't have the infrastructure in place. And that's what the world is facing. So the key to going ahead and solving the world's issues is kindness and collaboration. So we have many different programs to reach out to 5 different groups of people: students, employees, owners, retirees, and the unemployed, and 5 types of institutions: schools, faith-based, NPO and NGOs around the world, governments, and businesses. And again, the common thread is collaboration through kindness in order to go ahead and work together to solve global social issues. So I'm going to share the screen, and I'm quickly going to just share a little bit about the different programs, because something that we do might resonate in you, or you might know someone who might be interested in participating. And we're open to everyone, regardless of what nationality, what country they're from, what language. And we're going to get to the questions a little bit later. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull this up and I'll go full screen. And one of the first things that we always ask is, what's your mission? What's a cause that you want to support? And what we do is we listen to what you feel is important. And then we go ahead and see how we can customize the programs that we have to help you achieve your objectives. Because we have one planet, we've got one people on the planet, and we're all in it together, and we all need to go ahead and start acting like it and stop the lack of civility that goes on in order to achieve quality of life for people on the planet. So our programs are based on collaboration between people, institutions, and countries, and are built on the principles of civility, equality, education, action, inclusion, sustainability in the pursuit of quality of life for all. And we have books, courses, workshops, activities, and events. And one of the things that we're doing right now is a campaign starting June 1st, 100 in 100 Days collaboration campaign, because we are at the tipping point for humanity. And this decade will determine the quality of life for billions of people. And ordinarily, what goes on around the world is everyone is pursuing their own agenda, but it's all a fractional approach. And if we go ahead and start collaborating, cooperating through kindness, then we can start really tackling these issues and making a difference. So we can go ahead and collaborate on everything from health and well-being, civility and kindness, equality and social justice, education, career development, work and family benefits, and of course, global citizenship. And how do we go ahead and do that? Well, we're putting together events every 2 weeks with organizations and influencers where they get to go ahead and speak about how they can bring kindness and collaboration through what they're doing in conjunction with our programs. So there's a QR code in the bottom here, and you'll see it at the end of the presentation. We invite you to scan that. That will give you access to a whole myriad of programs that we're talking about. And then you just share what you want to do, what you're working on, what your passion is, what your mission is, and we'll see what we can do to help you spread that word in conjunction with our programs. Because like I said, we're all in it together. So one of the programs that we have is CIRM. It's Social Institutional Reform and Equality Month. And in this program, we have the 4 pillars of One Planet, One People. And those are civility, social responsibility, volunteerism, and global citizenship. So starting June 1st, we're going to have 31 days of videos where we've done panel discussions, where we've done presentations, where we've done workshops, courses, where we have our One Planet, One People social responsibility clubs. And you can see week to week to week how you can build a club in your country or in your community. And any day that you go in, that's day 1 for you. And then you can go through the videos in order, or you can just pick out what your interests are and watch those. And then there are threads where you can have discussions about those issues that are talked about. So that's CIRM. And then we're doing CIRM Speaks, where if you have something that you want to talk about and how we can go ahead and work together collaboratively on these issues, well, we invite you to go ahead and submit for CIRM Speaks. And eventually, we're going to be doing this all over the world, even in different languages. You know, what was mentioned before was our Legacy Lifelines Memorial book. This is available in June, and we can go ahead and work together to make the book available for free to whoever is in your network in order to help people heal. Because what it does is it allows people to go ahead and create a keepsake, a legacy for themselves, their future generations, that keeps the joy and happiness of a loved one who was lost alive for future generations. So that's our Legacy Lifelines book. Our 16 Things We All Can Do to Act Right and Help Save the Planet series books. Those are completely customizable, and we partner with different organizations in order to produce books that tie into what their mission and their objectives are. And then we have 16 problems that are featured in the book and how we normally handle it, which is not a good thing. And then 2 experts that talk about why we've got to solve this problem and what we need to do to solve it. So they're expert reference books on different subjects, but then they also go into One Planet, One People workshops. And, you know, this is a great way to go ahead and get people educated to take action on these issues. But then by going through an 8 to 12 week workshop, you build better relations with the people in the workshop. You can break into smaller groups and take action on a local, national, or global scale on issues. So it's education plus action equals objectives, and that's the basis of all the programs that we do. We already spoke about the Karma Club and the 4 different activities that you can do. And the goal is to have the Karma Club in all 200 countries with millions of people participating in order to turn that ripple into a tsunami for change. And it's all based on kindness. And then the second goal is to push back on the tipping points, because we can collectively work together to make the change that we need in the world. Okay, we're introducing an early education program into schools, and it's Education for Equality of Life, EQL program, and it's all based on civility and kindness, where they can take classes, or schools can take 5 minutes out of their day where they can read that day's kindness, civility, or planned act of kindness. And they can have the kids themselves, right, share it with their classroom. So each day a new child gets to go ahead and read what that day's kindness, civility pledges. And the goal is to go ahead and really inoculate kids from the difficulties that they're going to encounter later on in life, because they have that protection of kindness. They have those quality relationships built up. And there are things that they can do in their school. There are things that they can do with their parents. There are things they can do in their community. And as they get older, there's more and more positive kindness-based actions that they can do, including, right, our One Planet, One People clubs. So with the clubs, the goal is to provide youth with a support program that helps them build quality relationships and a strong sense of community, while doing engaging activities that are based on their own interests, whether they're interested in art, music, dance, sports, computer programming, business, whatever it is. They come into the club. There are programs that they can do, and they do engaging activities that provide quality of life for people, regardless of nationality, race, religion, age, gender, education, or income. And these are programs that can follow people throughout their life and give them the structure, okay, that really is the support system that can go ahead and provide protection against the difficulties that they're going to encounter in life. And to accomplish these things, we're setting up ambassadors for different countries who are then charged with bringing in peace laureates, youth and adult, which then introduce our programs into the institutional level. And we have people from the United Nations working on this aspect as well. Project COPE, and I know I have just a couple more minutes. Project COPE is based on the Karma Club. And everyone at some point feels anxious, isolated, stressed, depressed, maybe now more than ever because of, being dealing with COVID-19 and everything from, illness to financial insecurities to loss. But there's also everything from social issues that we deal with, racial inequality, religious intolerance, climate change, and all of these things. So we're feeling more anxious now than possibly ever before, in our lives. And Project COPE is a program designed to go ahead and where you take a kindness assessment, and that tells you where you are. And then you go through the Karma Club and you do your daily planned acts of kindness whenever you can. You do your engagement, you do your volunteerism, and every 2 weeks you retake the assessment, and it shows you quantifiably how doing kindness will go ahead and improve the quality of your life, your kindness, your happiness, and your wellness. And this is something that we're looking to go ahead and partner with organizations to introduce, but also get into companies as part of their health and wellness program. Okay, so that's Project COPE. And then you can request that you get this packet, because I know I've gone through a lot of information very quickly. I appreciate that. But you can also get this, and then you can say how you'd like to go ahead and collaborate. So I hope that goes ahead and gives you a little bit of a flavor for what we can do together in order to bring more kindness into the world. And I think we're going to go on to the next portion of the program. So there's a couple of questions that we're going to go ahead and ask for audience participation on. And on the Planned Act of Kindness app, we have a world map where people can post short videos on topics like what civility means to me, or they can share stories of kindness and what impact that's made on their life. And that could serve as an inspiration for other people as well. But in order to add more kindness and more civility and kindness into the world, are you willing to take our 15-second Planned Act of Kindness civility pledge and then share it on social media platforms and invite others to take it as well? We call this playing it forward and creating a kindness chain around the world. And this is what the kindness pledge says. So you can go to the next slide, please. I hereby make a pact to treat others with respect and kindness, and to go through life from this day forward, acting towards others as I would wish to be treated myself. This is Lyle in New York for plannedacts.org. And it literally takes 15 seconds to go ahead and take the pledge. And you can do this in as many languages as you speak. And then we will post it on the world video map. And the goal is to have people speaking in every language in every country in the world. Hundreds, thousands of people. And then people are able to go into the map and then pick whatever country they want to see. And they can listen to those people speaking. And it doesn't matter what country they come from, doesn't matter what language they speak, we're all saying the same thing. We all have the same goal, and that's quality of life for all and respect for others through kindness. So we'll give you how to go ahead and do that. And next, we have one more question. And I've shared some of the daily planned acts of kindness that people can do with their family, friends, coworkers in their community. A simple thing is, right, when you're at closing, a simple thing is a smile, okay? And passing that on during the day to other people, because we don't smile enough sometimes because we're wrapped up in what's going on. And the things that people can do through the planned acts of kindness, they're actually all free. So everyone in the world can do the same thing on the same day without it costing them anything. So what is a kindness activity that you'd like to suggest we include in the Karma Club's daily planned acts of kindness that people can do on the same day to unleash that much positive, powerful, healing and uplifting energy around the world? So what suggestions do you have that would make great planned acts of kindness that people can do? And I believe that we can put those into the chat, and then we'll read some of those out loud. And of course, you can always get in contact with us at a different time as well. So anyone have any suggestions?
Please.
This is audience participation. And if you are watching this at a later time, just, when you have the app, you can contact us through the app and you can make your suggestion there. Okay. And we really want to hear from you because we can go ahead and incorporate that. We can do social media where people are saying what that is. And then, right, other people can do that. So some of the things that people are saying, Scott had said, give someone who is speaking your full attention. That's wonderful, because a lot of times, we have a lot of things competing, but really to go ahead and show kindness and respect, we need to give 100% to that person who's speaking, because when we speak, that's also what we would like in return. Okay, so that's great. Okay, Michelle said, love and peace to all beings. And absolutely, that's something that we need to have tolerance for other people as well. And that's built into the programs that we do. Help someone in distress. Viola had suggests that. Absolutely, there are things in the daily planned acts where you can help people who are a little bit overwhelmed, who are going through difficult times, and you can, when you're preparing a meal for yourself, you can prepare a little extra and bring it over to them, which helps them, ease their burden. So there are very specific things that you can do that, don't take a lot of time. And it's just a kind, loving act that really can make a difference. Okay.
Okay.
There's a lot more coming in, but I think that, we might need to go ahead and address those, after the event ends. But they're wonderful. Thank you. And
yeah, thank you so much, Lyle, for introducing to us the Karma Club, Project Cope. These are such wonderful things. And we definitely want to spread this club worldwide, to schools and businesses, definitely as a tsunami for change. It's really awesome what you're doing. We appreciate everything you've shown us. And of course, more people could ask you questions in the chat or whatever comments they want to present to you. And your info too is on the chat. Someone wants to get in touch with you. So thank you so much, Lyle. Yeah.
My pleasure. And it only happens because of people like you. Okay. And you're the person who introduced me to Brahma Kumaris, years ago. Okay. And then from that, we did Peace in the Park. And then, so I thank you. And that's what makes it happen. It's people taking the time to stop and to devote some attention, right, to what other people are doing and to say, hey, right, we can collaborate. We can do things together to make the world a better place.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You're such a special person, Lyle. You're a diamond. Thank you so much. Yeah. So at this time, we're going to welcome two more talented people, Euritzy Jovea and Thayer Naples. Euritzy is a trauma informed psychosomatic life coach. She helps success-driven women activate their divine feminine to achieve and receive more in life without losing themselves in the process. And she has been working in the stress management and wellness industry for 17 years as a medical massage therapist, lymphatic therapy specialist. She's also a professional dancer. And today she will be doing with us a lovely Care Bear Stare meditation. So we look forward to that. And we also have Thayer Naples, who will be playing for us Recuerdos de la Alhambra, a beautiful guitar piece. And a little background on Thayer, he was born in New Hampshire. He's been playing guitar for the last 20 years, since the age of 7. And his passion and love is behind the instrument. He loves playing such a variety of musical genres and situations in the music business. And he's had a versatile of experiences. He's graduated from Berklee College of Music with a degree in fine arts and performance. And after Berklee, he came to New York City and has been since working as a professional musician. And he has 3 solo instrumental guitar records. He's a gifted composer, a strong sight reader, passionate instructor, and chart maker as well. So at this time, let's give our hearts and attention to Euritzy Care Bear Stare meditation and Thayer's wonderful guitar piece called Recuerdos de la Alhambra. Thank you both. Welcome.
Thank you, Cynthia. And Shanti, everyone. This is a process that I will share. It was a very personal process, but it inspired me and it's been helping me anchor the energy of kindness and compassion, ultimately love in my body as well. Because as you heard, I've been working with a lot of stressed bodies. And even though sometimes our mind has the best intentions, our body sometimes doesn't have the capacity to embody and anchor that energy that we really want to give out and expand on. So anytime you feel challenged and you can feel that kindness in you fully, you can practice this. So whatever image comes to you, just let it come to you naturally. And let's start by feeling your breath, just really feeling your breath, your sit, where you're sitting. If you want to move a little bit or you just want to stay still, you can close your eyes, you can open your eyes. Just connect with your breath. And perhaps right now, kindness has been something that it's been hard to feel because of what we are going through in humanity. Every day we see these forces, opinions, and experiences in everybody that sometimes we think there is a better way and we want to see it happen, but it feels like it's coming against us and it's pulling us to want to resist. So if there is any energy of that in your body, I invite you to locate it and just maybe breathe into it, just feel it. Maybe there is a color, a sensation, texture, shape, and just allowing it to be visible, to be felt, so we can transform and empower ourselves. As I do that, I allow that innate wisdom that I know I have to create a golden sphere around me, golden light. Allow yourself to play in your imagination. Just let your imagination cooperate with you. And that sphere starts to retract any agreement I may have had before, but now it doesn't resonate with me anymore. And I forgot that maybe at some point I supported that opinion because it was for a greater good in the past. But I never closed it, I never finished, I never cut it. So let your innate wisdom just retrieve that energy back to you from wherever it's being attracted, from wherever it's being pulled, and that is just taking space and energy from you and within you. And as this energy is coming to you, allow Mother Earth to support you in this process, and the supreme source of everything, the ocean of power, love, kindness, compassion. Let these two energies concentrate in your heart center. Feel free to breathe, expand. As these energies still coming at you from any agreements, contracts that may have happened in the past that don't serve you anymore to play your role right now to what you're being called in your individual experience and with others. Allow the heart space to be a magnet and a spotlight of love and compassion towards what is still existing in the world, because it might be necessary for lessons to happen, experiences for others that we don't understand yet and we can't control. But as I bring this energy in my heart and I move through these situations, I am actively participating in the healing and transformation of these scenes that I see every day. At the same time, I receive resources. I am held, and I don't have to do this work alone anymore. I am supported by greater energies and greater containers that can transform and heal that which I cannot myself. I don't have to do it myself anymore. I am supported. And as it was for me, the Care Bear image, seeing my heart constantly being resourced and filled up with love and compassion when I am being challenged, because I am still a human being. I'm a soul in this body. I know that this is what I am seeing with my eyes is not the absolute truth, but it is true in the moment for whomever needs to go through. And I give my love and compassion. And I know that we are heading to a better world as I embody this energy more and more. And now just connect with your body and really record and register if there has been a change. Perhaps there is nothing new, but the intention is there. And because everything is made of energy, you have opened up yourself to be supported and be guided to bring kindness, love, and compassion into your everyday routine, life, moments, and relationships. So just take a deep, deep breath if you feel like it. And now, if you had your eyes closed, I invite you to open them and look at the screen. If you can see a face on your top bar or on anywhere on the screen, look at them from that experience. And now I invite you to look around just to ground this experience, to come back here, maybe see anything surrounding you, touch something. If you have a fluffy pillow or a plant, you're connecting with Earth still. And you have made a pact that you will be resourced and you'll be guiding from another energy and be a leader in your immediate world. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. And I'm Shanti. There, we can go and listen to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you both, Yuritsi, for that wonderful meditation, getting in touch with our inner peace, and Thayer for that beautiful Spanish guitar piece. Very lovely, very soothing. If you missed us on Zoom, you could always catch Breathe Peace with a new focus episodes on Facebook or YouTube, both under the name Brahma Kumaris at the United Nations. And the next Breathe Peace episode will be held on June 4th. We have very light shows coming up in June and July, including some activities for the kids, honoring the summertime fun in the sun months. So that's all for now, folks. Lots of love, good wishes to everyone, everywhere around the globe, and to keep the source very close to your heart and keep him as your constant companion at all times. Until next time, peace to your heart. Om Shanti.
If I may add that next month, the month of June, we will focus on yoga. It's the yoga month. And so June will be focusing on yoga, and July will be focusing on children. So if you know of anyone that has kids, please invite them to join the Peace in the Parks, Breathe Peace in July. It's open to all kids. So look forward to seeing you all next month for yoga and the month after for kids.
Thank you for the clarification.